That makes a lot of sense. I did ask my husband, I said, hey, can you think of any traditions that like really emphasize joy in the holiday season? And he, as normal, applied with sarcasm.
My husband does that too.
And he said, oh, Black Friday.
With joy?
Sarcasm. There it is. And I was like, okay, that was ridiculous. But then I thought, isn't that true that like there's something about Black Friday where what are we trying to do? We are trying to amass a collection of things that we hope will bring us joy in the future. And if the thing doesn't bring us joy, what will is telling our friends how much we didn't pay for it.
Oh, ooh, this is getting deep. All of a sudden. I like it. I like where you're going.
But, you know, also sometimes that's when we can get the toy of the year that everyone wants, and it goes on sale that one day. And so we scramble for it. People die for it. Like, I mean, you know, I'm happy to see that COVID has allowed some of these like companies to no longer say, sure, line up at our doors and press against them. And, you know, I think that's going to keep us all healthier and alive. But that one toy that's going to bring our kid joy, and we do all we can, and then it brings our kid joy for
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Maybe.
That's right. Maybe we get a couple months, but they're going to grow out of it. And what I love that you're saying, these traditions, they are for this season specifically, but they can happen every year. And I bet your kids say, starting in October or November, I can't wait to do our Panda Express.
Oh, they're ready for it. They're
yes.
Like, when are we going? We got to make sure they're open, because last year, COVID, they weren't open. So we had to go. We went to another chain. It was fine, but they were bummed.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And see, we did Christmas lights.
Okay. Yeah.
Because my dad was a pastor, so he always did Christmas Eve service, and then we would get in the van in our Christmas Eve, you know, Sunday garb. We would go to a gas station, and we would get ices.
I love it.
Right?
Yum.
And then like some kind of snack. So we were allowed to get a drink and a snack. And then we would go and look at Christmas lights, or go up onto a mountain where we could see all of the city lights, you know, and that those are memories that are, that brings me joy.
Yeah.
Not the toys.
Right.
Not, you know, so I think it's a time too to reassess in our minds what really brings us joy, and joy that lasts, not joy that is like extremely short-lived.
Right. Well, and we've had a lot of family members recently pass in the last year. And it's an honor to be at the bedside when they enter heaven. Yeah. And I'll tell you why, because it is so peaceful. There have been several times, y'all, I've really have felt the presence of God in that space. And I wish my eyes could have seen what was going on in the spiritual realm as my loved one was ushered in to heaven. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because not once did any of these people that died look at me and say, I'm so glad I got that toy car for Christmas. Or I'm so glad I got that Cabbage Patch Kid for you. It was, I remember the time we did this.
Yeah.
I remember the time that you said, or that I said to you this. I remember the time you held me when the cancer diagnosis, and I was so lonely and I was so scared, but you all hugged me. Like, do you see what I'm saying? It wasn't the things that they on their like literal deathbed, Courtney, saying, I'm so thankful for.
Yeah.
That didn't matter. The iPad didn't matter. You know, the movie didn't matter. It was those moments that we spent together. And so if we can stop trying to keep up with what the world is advertising, like the Xbox that's going to fulfill and whatever. And remember that our kids, if we're parents, they need us. They need our time. They need those conversations, sitting in the car, looking at lights. That is exactly what they're going to remember, not the shiny things that broke and faded. So, and my mom, she's in heaven now. You know, that's something I didn't plan on happening. Not something that I wanted. I was only 37 when she died. And again, couldn't tell you what she got me for my 5th birthday, but I remember the day that my heart broke over my first crush, and she was right there hugging me on my bed as the snot was everywhere and the tears were everywhere. You see? And so I think most of you probably out there get it. We're just giving you permission to remember it. right now,
Yeah.
especially in the midst of Advent, that we've also been given the gift of God's presence.
Yeah.
And to not look at him as a genie that can dispel different blessings, material blessings, as much as we need them sometimes. We need him.
Yeah.
And that presence is there 24/7, 365 days a year, which should bring us joy.
Which should bring us joy. That's right.